What is up, my ghosts and ghouls? My name is Haunter Chad, and today we're going to be looking at the lineup for Home Depot for the 2023 Halloween season. So the first animatronic on our list is the THD 3000. This thing is actually really wicked cool. It has a lot of pretty lights on it. One thing I really like is how both arms actually move here. The eye here is actually really cool with the blinking and the turning of the eye and whatnot. That's something I haven't seen before in a prop, which is cool. That means like servos are getting more used and whatnot, so that's awesome. The LED eye or that laser eye or whatnot, that's actually really cool. I was about to swear because of how cool it was. That blade on its arm looks really nice too. The mouth movement is pretty alright. I guess it kind of goes for every other animatronic with a moving mouth, you know? Not a real servo in there, just kind of an RC motor with a spring in it. That's cool. It has the pan and tilt head motion too. So this thing has a lot of detail other than like the clothes and stuff, which that's totally fine. I'm totally okay with the clothes lacking detail in order to show off the rest of the actual robotic stuff. The whole thing in general is just absolutely amazing. The voice sounds absolutely incredible. It is perfect for this guy. Overall, this is just a really solid, super detailed prop, and I love this thing. Up next, we got Lethal Lily the Witch, and oh my god, this is actually my favorite witch prop. Some witch props are either a hit or miss, but this one absolutely is a hit. The fact that the eyes and eyelids move like that is absolutely amazing. As you can see here, there's up and down eye movement in there, which is really nice. And they're not lights either, they're actual like eyeballs that they put in there. And then the eye closing and whatnot, they're making these things look more realistic as like every year progresses, you know? It's getting like really good. And it has the same pan and tilt servo thing in the neck too, so that works. I like the little frog that it has in the basket. I think that's really cute. I'm not sure why it's lighting up for, but okay. See, as far as the witch's outfit goes, it's okay. Like it works. I mean, it kind of works for every other witch out there, you know? It's not just like a Wizard of Oz witch, you know? So I like how it's not entirely green either. So the skin looks really nice on it. You know, it kind of looks realistic. I like the stick that it has too. It's like very glowy and stuff. This is just like a super realistic witch. This is probably like one of the most realistic witches out there. This is super nice. Coming up next, we got the 6'5" animated grave digger. And it's okay. This one's not exactly super animated. I mean, it's like rocking its shovel back and forth, and it's wearing that like older style of clothes. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't want to say Victorian because it's probably is or is not that, but I don't know. It has a bunch of blood splatter on it, which is okay. So it's been probably carrying a lot of stuff too, you know. The face looks okay. Kind of looks like just a basic SVI prop, whatnot. Just kind of like how they showed for the past like few years, just like that quality of stuff. The owl on its shoulder looks kind of out of place, I think. Just the fact that it's just kind of like floating there. In fact, I think the light up eyes are kind of killing it too. But that's just me. You know, it's funny. They don't have many designs for that gravedigger aesthetic. You know, it's always like the top hat, the white clothes, the old clothes and whatnot. I don't have much to say about this one other than, yeah, it's another gravedigger. Up next, we got the 13-foot Jack Skellington, and holy heck, this thing is big. You know, I'm so used to seeing like the 12-foot props and whatnot, but this thing being 13-foot, okay, jeez. So I get it, yeah. I don't actually know how tall Jack Skellington is, but I'm pretty sure that he's not 13 feet. I could be wrong about that. If anyone wants to check in the comments for me, go ahead. It doesn't have very much movement to it, and it's singing Jack's Lament, which I'm not gonna play in this video because I don't want my video to get like YouTube struck or whatever. He's not animated. He's not like super animated. It's just his head that moves and his like mouth just moves, and that's it. I do really like how you can switch out the eyes to make it look a bit more creepy or just more angry. That's pretty nice too. The bow tie emits some light on it too, which is actually really helpful for like lighting up the face. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna have like a big light that goes up all the way up to like 13 feet or whatnot. I could be wrong. You can do whatever you want for your haunt, but it actually kind of helps out, I think. He might be singing more than just Jack's Lament. He might be singing like every song. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see in the future. Up next, we got the 6'5" animated swamp fisherman, which I'm pretty sure this thing is not going to be 6'5" because it's sitting down in a chair, unless the chair is 6'5", which I don't think the thing comes with a chair. Like, honestly. So this one is like a very super specific prop. Like, you gotta have like maybe a pond or just some kind of like fishing theme or log cabin theme or whatever in your haunt. If you do a haunt, you know? I mean, it doesn't have to be haunt, but enough rambling. As far as the actual prop itself, it's very, very animated. I like how absolutely animated it shakes, you know? Mouth looks a little funny, kind of like bends down a little bit more than I would like. The red eyes look really nice on this too. This actually has like a really nice detailed amount of clothing to it too. So it's not just like a basic shirt or pants or whatnot. I like the little animated fish that it has on it too. That's a really nice touch too. Just kind of like you're getting a prop with a prop. I even like how it has like a little bit of line on the bottom of the fish too. That way it doesn't like swing into like a person's face or whatnot. So that's nice. The voice is really nice for him too. It actually kind of fits. Up next, we got the 5'5" Merry Meddling Maid. That's a cool name. So this one's one of those really fun skeletons that they have, which Home Depot has some of the best skeletons, I think. This one's all right. I mean, it doesn't have much animation to it. I mean, it's just arm moves and it's jaw moves as far as I can see. I don't see any kind of like waist or neck or anything like that. It's very simple. It has the basic skeleton red eyes. So it's simple and it's really nice, I think. She's very angry, obviously, so watch out. I guess she's gonna hit us in the head with a bottle, which I'm pretty sure ain't gonna feel that good. She has 7 phrases, which is a lot, so that's really appreciated, actually. Keeps things from getting real boring, you know? And overall, it's okay. You know, I would put it as like a filler prop, you know? I would probably like put it in the back of something just to kind of like fill in the background. It's okay. Up next, we got the 4'5" animated possessed penny. So for me, this one's a mixture of really creepy and mediocre. It could really benefit from a moving mouth, but I think the way it rips its teddy bear's head off, that's pretty cool too. The eyes look really nice on this thing, and it kind of does like what Abandoned Annie does. It just switches from like a cute doll voice to a creepy demonic voice. That's really cool. Just I kind of wish there was a little bit more animation with this too, but I guess since it's like a porcelain doll or whatnot, then I guess it gets a pass. I wouldn't expect a mouth to be moving on there, but detail on this thing is just kind of like what you would see with a porcelain doll. So next we got the 8-foot animated boogeyman, and holy heck, this thing is creepy. Just don't look too closely at the mouth. That's something that actually kind of caught me off guard, is the fact it doesn't have a moving mouth, but does have like a moving mouth. It doesn't have a mouth but has a mouth. This thing looks really creepy. I really like the whole monster thing that it has going on. The hands glow white, which is really weird to me. I'm not sure exactly what or how that benefits the prop in any way. Detail wise, this thing has some really nice clothes, just kind of like that creepy old aesthetic again, kind of like I was talking about with the Gravedigger. I like the skin that it has over its eyes. That actually adds a lot to the prop, I think, instead of just being basic eyes or like basic white eyes. That's really nice. Although I actually really like this prop, so I think maybe there's a chance I might get it this year. I'm not quite sure. Next, we got the 7-foot marsh monster, and what is this thing? I have no words to describe this. It's literally a deer, snake, ogre, orc, something monster with hair. Okay. Kind of reminds me of like a realistic Scooby-Doo kind of monster in a sense. You know, the antlers look really nice, but I don't like the glowing hair. That actually looks really weird. So yeah, it looks like a mixture of like a deer and an alligator or a snake. I don't quite know. I don't understand this guy at all. So he does have a lot of animation, it looks like. The head goes up and down, side to side, moving arms. It looks alive enough, but it's just so strange. I don't know what you would do with this. The only saving grace with this guy for me is the voice. It's actually really fitting for some kind of weird monster like this. Up next, we got the 12'5" wide animated Predator of the Night, and holy heck, this thing looks awesome. I'm gonna try to keep my demon bias out of this, but I'm sorry, I can't. This thing is actually really scary, I think. It's not too awful animated. I mean, the head just moves around and it kind of growls. I think it has a lot of detail packed into it too. The wings look really creepy, along with those like blood vessels and stuff that are going in through it. I even noticed that it has like red lights coming from the wings too, so that kind of helps illuminate them. The mouth and the eyes light up red too. I noticed it has like a bunch of black wash over the whole thing too, which kind of brings out those like wrinkles and just creepy details that are all over it. The posable arms are a cool idea too, which I guess it's okay for them to just kind of do that too, because I couldn't imagine like a giant 12-foot prop actually moving its arms like that. But something that's getting me concerned is the amount of weight that this guy might have. I'm not sure how heavy this thing is. This thing looks like it has a lot of plastic to it, which kind of concerns me because of weight distribution and whatnot, so you're definitely going to need some cinder blocks or something to hold this guy down. For me personally, I think this actually might be my favorite from Home Depot this year. Next we had the 6-foot animated spellcaster witch, and this guy is kind of a letdown. It's very mediocre, I think, actually. I ain't got much to say about it. It's just like another
basic witch. That's it. One thing that really disappoints me actually with this is the fact that it's sound activated. You know when you do that to a thing? I think Halloween companies really need to drop the whole sound or touch activated gimmick that they do, because a lot of stuff ain't gonna work. IR sensors are the way to go. That's a whole different rant for like a different video or something, or like a short, but anyway, this witch is really mid, I think. Nothing too special about it, just green skin, glowing eyes, book, that's it. Even the jaw is weird. Up next we have the 4'5" animated Sinister Steve, and more like cringe clown. I think this clown actually kind of sucks. It's not really cool at all. It's weird. Why does it have like a bunch of tools and stuff? It doesn't even fit the name Sinister Steve. Why is this thing named Sinister Steve instead of Carpenter Clown or something? That would fit this a lot more, because the weird tools that it has on the side just doesn't fit with the whole Sinister Steve thing. The hair looks goofy, which I guess that's appropriate for a clown, but I don't like it at all. Bro is 4'5" or short to kind of add insult to injury there. Also, Jesus Christ, this guy's voice actually kills me. I don't like it. I don't like anything about this guy. Up next, we got the 5'5" animated Sitter of Souls, and this is a really weird one for me. It's like a mixture of a scarecrow, or a little child, or just a doll with a burlap sack over its head. This one's a little weird in my opinion, kind of underwhelming. There's not much animation to it, it's just its head kind of moves along with its, like rocking its little doll baby or whatever. The eyes are a little bit derpy on it, so that looks weird too. I'm not a super big fan of this one. This one's just kind of underwhelming overall. Up next we got the 12-foot towering ghost, and oh my gosh, this thing is really pretty. It doesn't have any animation it seems, but geez, the lights on this thing is really cool. So it's just like a giant plastic ghost, which, again, as I was saying about the demon earlier, as far as the amount of plastic that's on this thing, it could totally like fall over or get blown over by the wind or whatnot. So that's kind of worrisome. The base on this thing looks like it could hold it. Like, that looks really trustworthy, I think, but I would still put some cinder blocks on the bottom of there. But this one's just a really awesome, beautiful static prop. Up next, we got the 6-foot Dean the Deathologist, and we got ourselves a Butler Skeleton Dude. This is a returning prop from last year, and I do say I like this skeleton a lot. The hair on this guy looks amazing. He's got a very nice mustache on there. I really like the cup, how it has like a pouring lights thing on it. Or like it looks like he's pouring some kind of like weird potion or something. Dude's just really dapper, and it's awesome. I like this guy a lot. It's really cool. Next, we got the 7-foot animated Swamp Scarecrow. And I'm glad to say that this is a jump scare prop. However, I've noticed that we've been getting a lot of jump scare scarecrows recently. So I'm wondering why everyone wants the scarecrows to jump out and scare people, but jump scare props are appreciated nonetheless. I really like the green lights around this thing. It looks really nice. I like how it illuminates its ribcage and its eyes. The jump scare animation is just it closing its arms real fast. It looks really nice. I really like scarecrow props. And of course his phrases specify that there is yet another harvest kind of thing going on, you know, kind of like every other scarecrow ever. But yeah, it's really nice. And now we got the 12-foot giant-sized skeleton. Heck yeah. Pretty sure this is like a fan favorite, just to kind of get like a giant skeleton yard and impress the neighbors and whatnot. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what the 12-foot giant-sized skeleton is, so there's no need to really go over this. And lastly, we got the 8-foot giant skull stack. I think this is a really cool concept. It's not really a prop per se, but I like how you could stack or unstack them individually and just kind of spread them out or just have them all together. That's a really nice concept for a prop. The storage, the way they did that is absolutely genius. Just how you can kind of do like one of those stacked dolls. I forgot what they're called, but that's a really nice idea. I really like this whole concept in general. It's absolutely perfect if you want to like make some space in your graveyard and just kind of fill it out, you know. Overall, this is a really nice prop. Alright, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.